Alright, so what is this thing?
Hello, welcome to Hungry Gamers. This is Ligin, and I'm Adrin. So a couple of nights ago, I stayed up way too late. Till like 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun was coming out. I mean, it was great. But found this website, and as always, we're not actually endorsed by anyone. So once again, this is me just talking about stuff. It's called AI Dungeon. It is a roleplay run completely by AI. And so on the one hand, it's great. Like, it's really good. And on the other hand, it's freaking terrible. I talked to Ligin about that beforehand, and then I stopped myself because I wanted to get myself on camera saying this. Yeah. So, the worst part that I've found so far is it has a lot of sequence of events issues and continuity issues. So, like, at one point, I was in the castle, and there was orcs attacking the town. And then the orcs left, so I went outside. And it was like, the orc hits you in the face with his club, and I'm like, the orcs left, come on. So there's stuff like that are kind of a problem. But on other times it does, like the fact that orcs attacked this village, and it gave me like a servant, and I told him to go contact the guards, and he actually like went and contacted the guards, and then the guards actually did, like, it actually was really well run, except for that. So if you're not going in expecting, like, an actual DM, if you're going in expecting something ridiculous, then you're great. The first one that I did, was a horror movie. It was terrifying. So, it's funny because it did keep, like, at one moment I'm, like, you know, fighting rats or whatever, and then the next moment I'm in, like, a hotel. But it explained that by, I was literally, like, dreaming and hallucinating. Like, it actually explained the BS that it was putting me through. Huh. So I ended the game in a hotel with a sense of impending doom, having no idea what's going to happen, with all the water in the bathroom unable to be turned off and running red with blood.
Oh, no.
It was so, like, it was so cool that it was able to do that. It is a fun time. I really enjoyed it, and I wanted Ligin here to at least, you know, boot it up, see if it gives us anything neat. It doesn't always give you something cool. You know, like I said, it does have some problems. It is completely AI. I don't know much about how it works, but I know it uses machine learning. So, as far as I know, how that works is it basically gathers all the input everyone puts into it, and then goes, okay, these things go together, and this is how this works, and sent to, you know, so it learns from what you give it. It's kind of how Google works. Mind you, Google has a lot more money. So they make it work better. But it is really neat, some of the stuff it comes up with. It is what it is. If you go in expecting something amazing, you're not going to get something incredible. But it is, to me, it was really neat. But anyway, after all that blathering, I have crockpot roast today. Our wonderful off-camera foodist made this for us. And I assume you've already eaten yours?
I did. But
Good heavens.
I'm going to get more. It was a while ago since I ate. Let me go get some.
So, I have this crockpot roast here. That's pretty darn good. I don't know what they put in it, so I can't start telling you, like, the recipe or anything, but it's pretty good. Potatoes, carrots, onion, and just the pot roast, I think, is all that's in it. They definitely cooked it well. It's very soft, and, you know, pulls apart pretty easily. I have a plastic fork here, and I'm just, tearing through all this stuff, so it's pretty good. Good mix of flavors, too.
Oh. I hate it's the worst thing.
Wow. Our off-camera foodist is gonna,
gonna murder the crap out of me.
She's going to remove your kneecaps.
But yeah, there's red potatoes, carrots, onion, the roast, and she did season the roast and kind of massaged it and yada yada.
So I was pretty much on point with that. Awesome.
Used white pepper and the Himalayan salt, stuff like that. But yeah, it turned out really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only complaint I have, and I'm not no food expert.
You heard it here. He's
yes,
not no food expert.
I'm not a food expert, but it was just, even though it's soaked in all the juices, like if you let it sit out for like a few seconds, it just kind of has like this dry taste. And I don't know if that's just like normal when you're cooking with the pot roast and it sits for too long, but that is like the only complaint. Though the taste is fine.
And like I'm not sure how that happened because like
it's literally soaking in the.
Well, not just that, but like for a good roast, the fact that I can just put my fork in this potato and it falls apart.
Oh yeah.
Is amazing. Like that's how it should be, and that means like the juices have actually gotten into everything. So it's weird that it's kind of But I actually had the same experience. I just didn't want to say it.
No, we're here to be real.
Okay.
No, whatever.
Yeah.
100%. But and then again, it's not bad. I've definitely had worse
with the juices. You could almost make a soup. Like
the broth is amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of sauce in here. I can't really. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Give you an idea. Look at that steam. You can't really see the steam, but the goodness. It is really good, actually. It came out real nice. It was the first. We never really had like a crock pot. We just got one. So this is really the first meal that she's really done with it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So
for the turnout as good as it did.
that is really good.
Oh yeah.
Did we want to try one of these guys too? I mean, since we're just doing, home cooked pot roast, this is new for us. Or do we want to wait? We can wait. I don't know.
Let's do it after the video.
Okay.
Let's do it that way. Let's go and pull this up.
So yeah, to find it, you just type in AI dungeon on any search engine. I mean, I've seen it work in
A.I.
I just put in AI.
Okay.
There it is, right there. Oh, another thing that I don't know why the heck I didn't mention this. It can be multiplayer. They have a multiplayer functionality too.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
I actually just tried that. No.
This one?
Yep. I actually just tried that today. It's not great, but it's not bad. It does recognize that there's, multiple players in. It does do that. There's no turn order.
Okay. So just basically as fast as
so it's just, I mean, generally, if you're going to do it with friends, you're going to, take turns or whatever. But it does recognize that there's multiple users. It seems to try to keep you guys together, seems to,
What is going on?
You should be able to turn those off.
I really need to figure out how to know. No, stop it. No, we're just going to leave it up.
Alright, so just go ahead. Another neat thing is you don't have to log in, ever. You can play this as is forever, as far as I've seen.
So now, okay.
What?
Requests disappear.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
So let's do multiplayer.
It won't sit you in a multiplayer game, though.
So you can't do multiplayer right now?
No, it doesn't work on one computer. It's online. So yeah, sorry.
I see. Okay.
Yep. So new single player, yeah.
Alright. Pick a set. Fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombie, cyberpunk, custom, archive.
Another thing that it doesn't do great is that it doesn't stick to its settings super well. It seems like the Cyberpunk one I did went really well. But fantasy seems to go back and forth from like real world to fantasy kind of thing.
I gotcha.
And I've only done fantasy, Cyberpunk, and I tried a custom one. Custom one was neat. It kind of has some troubles with it, but eh.
Well, I'm gonna do mystery.
Mystery, cool.
Select a character.
Oh, neat.
I'll be deceptive. Enter your character's name. Ligin, of course.
Yeah.
Generating story. You are Ligin, detective living in Chicago. You have a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you're searching for fled to. Suddenly, you find a dead deer lying in front of you. You're shocked and discover it's wearing a policeman's uniform.
So, at the bottom here, you have 3 things. You see where the dew is all shiny. So if you click on that, it gives you say and story.
Okay.
So so some things to, when you guys do this, to help the AI not suck. Do has to start with a verb. It has to start with whatever you're doing. So run, shoot, climb, annihilate, whatever do. If it doesn't start with a verb, then story is better, because it's whatever, it's you telling, hey, I'm doing this, what else is happening? And then say is obviously say. Another thing that is good.
You're curious as to who this is? Sorry, keep
no,
talking.
Okay. So another thing is, because of how it's programmed, you want when you refer to your character, it's in the second person. So when you, instead of saying I picked that up, it's you picked that up, because you're literally saying that character picks that thing up. And it gives you little tips on the bottom there. That was one of them. Okay. But one thing that I did find that was amazing about this AI that other dungeon AIs haven't had is that a lot of them are like Zork, if you've ever played Zork or anything like that. It works very, very, like, go north. If you type in I go north, the AI has no idea what to do with that. It uses very specific commands. So this, you can type in anything, and it tries, it really tries to use it, and it does really well. I mean, you just check the dead deer's badge. And not only did it work, you also, took it, and it gives, it gave you an action. That is another thing it does. It does take control of what's happening, and I think that's really neat. So it gives it more interaction between you and the AI. It's not just I do this, okay, you do that, okay, now I do this, okay, you do that.
Right.
It gives a lot of interaction. So go ahead and
all right. You check deer's badge. You notice the deer's police badge. You're curious as to who this uniform belongs to, and place the badge back in your pocket. You keep walking deeper into the forest, where you see a figure lurking in the shadows. Oh, I'm assuming that I might have a flashlight. So if I try to type something in, like I pull out my flashlight, is it gonna be like you don't?
It will tell you if it'll be like you search for a flashlight, but you don't have one, or I have, it'll tell you, hey, you have a flashlight.
Is flashlight one word?
Yes. But
I'm a terrible speller, so I apologize.
I've seen that it kind of doesn't care about typos as much, as long as the word. I mean, I never make typos, but like I've seen a few typos, and it just went, oh, okay. It took it and went. None of them were huge, but anyway. Also, you did it right there. It likes full stops. It likes punctuation at the end of the sentence. It helps more. However, if you don't put punctuation at the end, it takes it more as an open direction, so it'll do more with it.
Really?
Which is good and bad.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
You pull out a flashlight and aim it in the direction of the shadow. You pull a flashlight out of your pocket and switch it on. The light illuminates the figure in the shadow. It's a man lying down, clutching a hunting knife.
So there you go. You did have a it let you know that you have a flashlight. And the cool thing, once again, is that if someone else did the exact same thing, they might not have a flashlight,
Right,
So
okay.
it's never the same story, as far as I've seen. It's never the same story because it's all, procedure. It's all generated through machine learning, so it's not just a story. It's actually AI.
Check the man's pulse. The man has no pulse. You're unsure what to do next.
Nice.
Alright, let's see. Let's check man's pulse. I'm terrible.
You got that.
Spell it? Okay.
You got that.
You check the man's body to see if he has any valuables on him. You notice a wallet on the body. You take it. You open the wallet using a code that you know.
Now, yeah. The AI isn't 100% sure on some things. Like I said, if you go in there...
That is one fancy wallet.
There you go.
And the fact that I knew what the code was, I'm the best detective. I am the best.
Put say, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I am the best detective. If I could spell detective.
You only...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It might help if I actually... Detective.
One more. There you go.
There we go. Okay, I got it. I know how to do things. I'm going to scream it.
Yeah.
You say, I'm the best detective in the world. The wallet reveals that the man's name is John, and he comes from California. It also contains a lot of money.
That's another thing I like. You give it directive.
Yeah.
And then it embellishes. You said, I am the best detective, and it went, you said, I'm the best detective in the world. Yeah.
That's pretty interactive. I like that.
Let's
see.
I really appreciate this, and I just found it like 2 days ago, and it was neat. I really liked it. You're not going to be able to type because you're not.
Oh, God. Yeah. You said forest, right?
We got this.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Yes.
And then continues into the forest. Let's see what happens. Next
and
quest.
You got a
Catch
quest.
the criminal. Ligin calls the police to report the body, then continues into the forest. The AI doesn't know what to say. Alter, undo, or try again. Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe if I just do?
Yeah, you can just put, Sometimes it does have trouble with multiple actions. So, usually splitting them up.
Yeah. You call the police to report the man's body. You explain that someone killed John in the forest and that you found his wallet, which has his name and address on it. Alright.
Biscuit. Oh. Someone nibbling on his biscuit. Do they?
Apparently, we have our own detective work to do. Someone is nibbling on our biscuits.
So that's the one I pulled out first, which has the nibbles, and that's a normal biscuit. So there we go.
Interesting. Continue into the woods. You continue deeper into the woods. Oh, I should have said before. Oh well. You continue deeper into the woods. You walk past a cave and notice the entrance to it. This might be a good place to hide out. Why do I need to hide out?
Not for you, for the guy you're going after.
Right.
This might be a good place to hide out.
Then why am I hiding? Check the cave. You check the cave and enter it. You carry a gun with you. You enter a cave which is quite dark. After walking for a bit, you notice that there is a lighter in your pocket.
Poof!
Well, we're going to use the flashlight.
I mean, you really can just put in use flashlight if you want to.
That's what I was thinking of doing to see what it would say. Use flashlight.
It is pretty robust on what you can give it those 2-word things. You can
you pull out the lighter and use it to light up your surroundings. You notice a corner of the cave that's caved in.
Caved
in?
I'm assuming that means caved. I've never seen it do that.
You walk over to the caved area and uncover it. Cove, maybe? I don't know.
I've never. I don't know.
Search cove area. See, it's even spelled wrong too. That's really weird.
Yeah.
I hope it knows what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it usually does pretty well.
You enter the code in order to search it. Okay. You find a collection of masks, which includes the sheriff's mask, with the horns and the scared man's mask hanging from them. Suddenly you hear a noise. Turn around with gun drawn. You turn around with the gun drawn in order to find the code in which you found the mask standing in.
It's trying.
The masked figure hold up their hands in a defensive manner and say, "I surrender."
Hey, you won!
All right, so now we're gonna do some. I'm gonna do some chilly shit at this point.
And that's most of the fun.
Gun heads. Figures. Masks.
Yeah.
Masks.
Yeah, and that's most of the fun of this is just screwing around with it.
I surrender. The figure in the sheriff's mask falls to the ground. The masked man continues to surrender while another with a patch over his eye steps out from the shadows, takes off his patch and throws it to the ground.
Damn it!
Damn it! Please stop shooting me! Damn it!
Look, man, this is just a haunted house. And you just came in and shot this guy.
Oh, man, this is like the best thing ever. That empty clip into surrendering masked figure. You extra clipped the newly revealed sheriff's mascara. You know this is the man who killed your partner, and you're not going to let him escape.
Screw you! You killed my partner. One thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's fine. One thing I was curious about recently is how much it actually knows about guns, because I almost got a gun in my last one, and I was curious, like, if I could actually, like, physically take it apart and remove parts and, you know, do stuff like that. I don't know a lot about guns, but I know a little bit, so it would have been neat to see how it, you know, dealt with me literally, like, deconstructing the thing.
Throw gun at eye-patched man.
That's empty.
You drop the gun and kick it at the man's foot. He looks down at the gun at first in confusion before jumping back in shock when he sees it pointed directly at him.
Hiya! You're some, like, gun ninja.
Hiya! Whoa! It's empty. And I said throw.
Oh, God.
Karate chop. Eye patched man.
I'm excited for this one.
You reach out to the eye patched man and he swings at you in retaliation. He lands a fierce right hook to your cheek, knocking you backwards.
He got you.
Use Kamehameha wave.
You know, it actually might know that. because it learned stuff. So.
If I could spell this, Meha. There we go. Wait. I'll wait for you to come back.
So, I did look up a few things about it because I was really interested on how AI works and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it knows Lord of the Rings.
Really?
It knows World of Warcraft pretty well.
Huh.
It actually referenced one of the things that was in World of Warcraft that's like a super, like, they're only in this one part of the game, so that was really neat.
Wow.
And what was the, it knows... There was one other that it specifically was like, it knows this. So anyway.
Use the Kamehameha wave and smash the man into the chest. You sent him flying backwards into the wall, knocking a pile of rocks down on top of him.
I like how it quotes the Kamehameha wave. That is beautiful.
Well, you get to use your imagination what really happened.
Yeah. Oh, that is beautiful.
Oh, man.
Take that, villainous scum.
Take that, villainous scum. I did definitely spell villainous wrong. How do you spell villainous?
Just put in villain. Take that, villain scum.
Villain scum. I spelled villain wrong. Villain?
Wait,
There we go.
No? A-I-N? Maybe?
We know how you spell. You guys
there
know
we go.
this.
Yeah.
Take that, villain scum.
We'll just cut that.
You say the name's Kamail the Confessor. You killed the last of my kid. Now you die. Well then,
if you get that reference, put it down in the comments because that is incredible. Oh god.
Well then,
that actually might be our least obscure reference so far.
Right? Oh no.
Honestly, I'm not sure where to go from there. I think we won.
I think we won.
Oh man.
Go home and drink whiskey.
There you go. Yeah.
You go home and drink the whiskey in your room and pass out. You wake in the morning feeling hungover and tired.
Oh, so I haven't drank in this game yet. And I'm just curious what it would do. That's amazing.
Well, I think that was a great day of adventuring and work.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's, oh, man, that is great. I used the Kamehameha wave. I shot a guy to death. And then left him there, too. I probably should, report dead people in cave. Repost? No.
Repost.
Repost.
Yes, there are dead people in that cave. Let's repost it. I'm curious what it'll do with this.
You report the dead people in the cave to Sheriff Liger. Hey Sheriff, check out the cave behind my house. There's a bunch of dead people in there. Waits for Sheriff. Like, I'm really about to put some work into this. I really want, like, I'm gonna make it give me a full story.
And, like, it does kind of.
You wait for Sheriff Liger to arrive at your house. You wonder if the bodies in the cave are real. Hello, cat.
You're losing it there.
I'm losing it.
Detective Ligin.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Make
I'm dying.
breakfast. That's how you spell breakfast.
Yep,
right?
yep, you got it.
I'm terrible at spelling, guys.
You
really
got
am.
it. You got it.
Make breakfast and wait for Sheriff Liger to arrive. You wonder if the dead people are okay or not. You notice the sun is out and realize you've slept through most of the day.
Yeah, you drank a lot of that whiskey.
A lot of fucking whiskey.
You took a good nap.
Yeah.
Oh. The other neat thing, although, oh man, not in the last one. The last one I did was like interesting, but
I keep waiting for Sheriff Liger, one of the bodies that gave her him. Hey, are you busy? Sheriff Liger, what?
He just walks up to your door and you scream out, "Hey, are you busy?" What?
What? Yes, I love you, cat.
But one of the things you can do up until the last one I played, which was weird, is usually, like, if you really want to do, like, just do something random, you could be like, I fly.
Right.
And usually, it'll work it in. But the last one, it was like, no, you're doing this. Like, so we were in the woods, and then it started looking like a horror movie, like the woods were bad, we need to leave. So we drove out of the woods and ran out of gas. It was super horror movie.
Oh, wow.
Our phones were dead and out of,
Oh, wow.
And the gas station was closed. So I ended up stealing gas. And then I'm like, okay, I put in, I drive away from the gas station. And it's like, you drive back to the woods. I'm like, no! And, like, I kept, like, being like, no, I find a road and get us out of these woods. And it's like, the woods turn into a swamp. There's snakes around. And I'm like, what
is happening?
Yeah, the game was just like, no, you're doing this and you're doing it. But yeah, for the most part, you can usually influence it pretty well. Mind you, that one was multiplayer, so maybe that's the difference. I don't know.
Hey, are you busy? What? Oh, let's see. Check if in dream.
Check if I'm dreaming would probably be.
I know. I was gonna try to. I wanted to.
Oh no! I mean, if you do you, man.
Come here real quick.
Yeah.
Why don't you come here real quick? Because I want to show the people the person that made this wonderful food we're eating today. You don't need makeup. We'll fix it in post. Good. Come here. You gotta stand right there.
You should probably
squat down a little bit.
You should probably make it so we can actually.
You gotta be super short.
Super short. There we go. Yeah. See,
I'm short enough.
This is the wonderful woman that made our food today. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Good job. She's gonna randomly make food for us.
When I feel like it.
When you feel like it. But yeah, this is who makes our food. Usually.
Yeah, I'm the one stop feeding them.
And we are hungry.
And we're very hungry.
Cook for an army all the time. I'm running away.
You run away. Bye.
Bye.
Alright.
Anyway. Check if you're dreaming and realize you're not. Do you have time to speak to me? Sheriff Liger. Yeah, sure. What about them? What? What about them?
I assume what about the bodies? They're in my cave.
Can your team clean bodies out of the cave. Can your team clean bodies out of the cave? How long have you known about this? Oh, what did I stumble into? I thought I was the one that did something wrong. What are you hiding? What are you hiding? I've had a team in the cave for a week trying to get them out. These people are under a sacred designation. What designation? We can't disturb them.
You just shot, like, religious worshippers or something. You Kamehameha waved like the head priest. Oh, man.
It's their own fault. It's their own freaking fault. They had masks on. They were creepy.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Okay, then.
Jeez.
Can we scare them out with oh my god, why can't I think what's called now? Mustard gas.
Tear gas.
Yes, tear gas.
Mustard gas will kill them.
That's what I was looking for.
Jeez.
Tear gas. I know, you could try, but I don't think you'll have much luck. Who else is in there? And
that is a reasonable question. Oh, that is a neat thing too. If you just hit enter, it continues the story without. Okay.
Can you let me in? Well, we've got 3 other teams in there, including the 4
forensics
team.
So, one thing, and you can decide whether to cut this or not later. There is a not safe for work option that you can turn off. And this site is amazing at that. So yeah, if you're bored out of your mind, this is really good at that too.
Interesting.
And you don't even need an account to turn that off or on. However, there are some options that require, because you can pay for this. It's $9.99 a month, so, eh.
Huh. What does paying for it actually do, though?
So, right now, you are on what they call the Griffin AI system.
Okay.
Paying for it unlocks the Dragon AI system, which is apparently a lot more stable. It knows how to deal with a lot more stuff. It's not as ridiculously insane. It makes it so it hasn't... It's been a lot better here, and I don't know why it's doing it for you. Because every time I do it, the speech doesn't have the name in front of it. It
Really?
just has... Yeah, so I can never tell who's talking, and it drives me nuts, and I have no idea why it's doing it for you. I don't know what you did.
I'm just that good.
Yeah, I guess so. So, there's options for, like, making that easier, but, you know, that's one of the paid things. But... to change the options, you don't need an account. You don't have to sign in. You can just change the options, which is weird because a lot of sites force you to sign in to... And, as far as I know, you don't even have to sign in to access, like, if you quit right now, this won't go away. You can continue it later. And I don't think you even have to sign in to do that. You just have to sign in to save multiple of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
So, I mean, it's a really neat system, and I actually will probably end up buying it once just to see how it works. Another neat thing is if the person who makes the multiplayer RP one has the paid one, it works for all players, regardless of whether they're paid or not.
Huh.
Yep.
Oh, wow, I can't spell Vegas either. Is that E-S?
No, it's... Vegas, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm such a wonderful speller, guys. Vegas? You sure that's where you want to go? Yeah, why? You said you were involved in a car crash in that city not long ago.
Oh, yeah. Man, that trauma really got to you.
But what about the hookers?
And now we might have to edit the rest of the video because it might go really, really badly.
That's a pretty compelling reason. Like, gives you the password and you enter the cave. The cave? I'm very worried. This is definitely a mystery story.
I mean, I have no idea what's going on. This is all very mysterious.
Let's change this to do
So
for
Officer Ligin, sorry, Detective Ligin here has stumbled onto a cult of hookers.
That's it. And apparently there's passwords on things that, shouldn't have passwords.
Yeah. Hey, but you knew the code.
I knew the code. Maybe there's a guy there just like a bouncer.
Yeah. He's just sitting in the cave. You didn't quite shoot him yet.
There's blood and gore all over the place in the cave, as well as the bodies of the dead hookers. You wonder if you're too late and one of the teams killed all the hookers. There's a lot going on in this cave. I don't understand.
The teams he sent in did exactly the same kind of police work you did.
Apparently.
Why? Vegas hookers? Why? See, usually the speech is like that, where it doesn't say who's...
Interesting.
Oh my god, that is amazing. Why? Vegas hookers, why? Oh. Holy cow. That is...
You're going to go to jail for a long time for this shit.
I know what I'm doing.
I know what
yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You got this going, Sheriff Ligar.
I want in on your
scheme.
On your scheme.
SCH.
SCH?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew that. After I started typing,
God,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh yeah.
This is incredible. Oh my god.
I want it on your scheme. I'm not hiding anything from you, Sure you are. You're hiding bodies from me.
These two have a history.
Yes,
he knows about your car crash.
He knows about the car crash.
You know about the
bodies. Apparently, his team has a very weird vendetta against hookers.
Why, Vegas hookers? Why?
This turned into it. So this is really weird because I was talking about going to Vegas. Suddenly, there's Vegas hookers in the cave. They killed the hookers. Something weird. There's something that had to transpire before all this.
Well, there's obviously some backstory going on here. Remember Reno in '92?
Remember last week. Oh. Come on, let's remember last week.
You're gonna have to.
why the hell was a body in my house last week? That was a legitimate accident. This is on a whole other level. Oh, boys.
The body he hid from you before was apparently in your house.
In the house.
And that was a legitimate accident. That's okay. This is there are Vegas hookers dead in this spiritual retreat cave. Oh God.
Oh man. I don't know where to go from here.
So we're glad you joined us today. Oh my God.
Man.
Yeah, I mean we can cut it here.
We're gonna end it here.
And keep them guessing on what happens next.
What happens next to Ligin the Detective?
Yeah, please put in the comments. Because I honestly want to know what you guys think about what has transpired here and what insane stuff is going to happen next.
But, anyways, as always, we will see you next time. And, as always, stay hungry.
Stay hungry.